Hey guys, just getting some stuff ready. It is late afternoon and I have decided tonight we're going to go into the swamp, back to Tom's new hot tent that he set up. We're going to light a little fire and we're going to do some just listening with the parabolic. I'm going to bring the night vision camera. I've got the infrared flashlight batteries are charging and the drone batteries are charging for the night camera. So what I want to do right now before it gets dark is make sure that I've got some wood that's small enough to fit in Tom's new little stove. Now I have a box over here for when we have wood fires in the backyard. I want to see if there's any. It's a very small stove in this tent, so all right, do we have any small wood? Oh, there's some small maple. There's one. Yeah, I think we can find enough stuff to throw in the pack sack. Oh yeah, look at this. Here we go. Get right down there. Maybe it can even fit one of these. That's poplar, but it might work. All right, guys, it is getting dark. Probably within the next half hour, it will be dark. And as you can see, I've had to slim down what I can bring tonight. I got about 20 pounds worth of wood, flashlights, and stuff in the bag, and then I've got 2 tripods, the night vision camera. That's another 10 pounds of gear or so on my shoulders. And I'm walking through 6 inches of fresh snow on the trail, so it's kind of treacherous. But let's do this. Let's go shut up back there. I was doing research today on native lore and legends, which led me down the rabbit hole of the Loup Garou, or Rougarou, which is the French term for werewolf. So I was reading a bunch of myths and legends on that, and you guys will be surprised, maybe I'm surprised, how many legends of werewolves there are for this area in northeastern Ontario, the Great Lakes region. We are not far from Michigan, less than 500 miles. Okay, and I'm sure most of you guys have heard of the Michigan Dogman and all of the tales that came out of Bray Road and all these places like that. Well, we're not that far, guys. Less than 500 miles. So let's go back into the woods, into the swamp. We'll set up at Tom's hot tent. We might run a bit of necrophonic tonight. But I got to get moving because it's getting dark and this stuff is heavy. Well, besides not being able to carry the parabolic dish tonight, because Gage is here, I figured he's going to be running around, he's loud, and there's no point in trying to make audio recordings with the dog chewing on sticks and running around like crazy, so we will do it another night. And it's very cold tonight. It's supposed to be about minus 20. It's dropping. It's minus 15 right now, so that's hard on equipment and recorders and stuff too. What'd you hear, buddy? Come on. Wind is picking up. Okay, so we are here at the tent. It is now dark, and apparently I dropped my infrared flashlight somewhere on the trail. It's gone. But I've got the rest of my gear, made it. So the wind is just howling up there in the trees now. Let's see if we can get this tent opened up and a fire going. I'll have to show Tom this. There was snow on top of this fire retardant patch here, and it all fell inside, so this came undone. So he'll have to keep an eye on that. Well, starting to get cozy in there. A little smoky. Fire is going good now. Hey, Mr. Gage? Hey? I knew we'd get it going. Yeah. Won't take long. Should warm up in here soon. This was the poker that came with Tom's stove. I've never seen a poker that looked like that. Kind of awkward. So you can see the frost on the inside of the tent. I'm not joking. It's cold, guys. Well, you can also tell because of my breath, right? I'm not lying. It's going to be minus 20 here shortly. The wind is really blowing. I can hear trees creaking and popping out there. It is kind of spooky. Oh, nothing like the smell of a wood fire. I found a cool article today, guys, on a local, just something on the werewolf, Loup Garou. And the headline was, "Hunters fail to find werewolf." A group of adventurers set out Wednesday night to test a legend that a werewolf roams a section of the Laurentian Mountains whenever the moon is full. The party returned intact at dawn, convinced that the Loup Garou is nothing more than a legend in colorful French-Canadian folklore. They heard nothing more than the croaking of frogs and the whine of vicious mosquitoes. A language professor who was to have led the expedition bowed out at the last minute because of illness in the family. But he laughingly denied any awe of the werewolf. Professor Jose de Nobil, 40-year-old language teacher, said he personally wasn't afraid, but his mother asked him to forego the expedition. The legend of the werewolf goes back 150 years and carries on to about a decade ago. There is the account about a baby who told his mother he saw un grand ours, a big bear, at the window. Later that night, the baby disappeared from his crib and was never seen again. A hunter named Desjardins set out one moonlight night. Only his gun and pieces of leather were ever found. Two timber workers who scoffed at the legend pitched camp on the mountain. One was found dead, horribly mutilated. The other was insane and died 2 days later. New versions of the legend have the habit of cropping up at the outset of the tourist season in the resort area, about 50 miles north of Montreal. If you guys watch Swamp People, they talk about the Loup Garou down there in the bayou. And a lot of those legends come from up here in Canada, where the first French colonists arrived before they moved south down into Louisiana. They came from here in Canada. And so a lot of their legends are our legends. That's how old they go back. You know, it says 150 years in the newspaper, but it's more than that. A couple hundred years. What the hell? Full body shiver. That scared me.